If you think you've seen it all in the subcompact SUV segment in Brazil, hold on. The 2027 Tiggo 5X Pro arrives updated, more refined, and wanting to prove it still has plenty of room to grow, even in one of the country's most competitive segments. But has it really evolved enough to go head-to-head with the leaders? Or is it just more of the same? Stay with me until the end because there's a detail here that might surprise you. The Tiggo 5X Pro was already known for delivering a lot of equipment for the price, and now Chery has decided to take it a step further. A modern look, a more high-tech interior, and a familiar mechanical package, but with important adjustments to make the car more competitive in real-world use. On the outside, the design continues following that more elegant and clean line. The front features a well-crafted grille with a finish reminiscent of higher-category cars. The LED headlights make the look more aggressive, while the body lines convey a sense of sturdiness without exaggeration. On the side, the SUV maintains balanced proportions with alloy wheels that help provide a road presence. In the rear, the highlight is the LED taillights with a continuous signature, making the car more modern and aligned with global trends. But it's inside where the Tiggo 5X Pro really starts to draw attention. The interior is one of the major strong points. Chery did a great job on the trim, bringing soft-touch materials, black piano details, and a general sense of quality above the category average. The dashboard is dominated by two integrated screens, one for the instrument cluster and another for the multimedia center. The interface is fluid, modern, and compatible with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. The seats are comfortable, with good support, and the interior space serves those in the front and the back seat well. It's not the largest in the category, but it doesn't disappoint in daily use either. And of course, there is no lack of comfort items. Digital air conditioning, keyless entry, push-button start, a 360-degree camera, and a very complete list of equipment that reinforces the car's value proposition. Now, going to the heart of the car. The 2027 Tiggo 5X Pro comes with a 1.5-liter Turbo Flex engine. It delivers about 150 horsepower with gasoline and up to 147 horsepower with ethanol, with 161 pound-feet of torque on gasoline and 164 pound-feet of torque on ethanol. In practice, this means balanced performance for urban and highway use. It's not a sporty SUV, but it doesn't struggle in daily life either. The passing power is competent, especially considering the car's purpose. The CVT transmission prioritizes comfort and efficiency, simulating gears in some situations to improve the driving feel. It's a package designed for those who want smoothness in traffic and economy in daily use. And here's an important point. The focus of this car isn't to be the fastest, it's to be one of the most balanced in the category. Now, real quick before we continue, if you enjoy this type of content, subscribe to the channel. More than 99% of the people who watch are not yet subscribed, so you help the channel a lot at no cost. And in the description and the pinned comment, there are some products I recommend for those who like this type of content. Moving back. In fuel economy, the Tiggo 5X Pro remains within the segment average. It's not the absolute benchmark, but it doesn't disappoint either, and it delivers a good balance between performance and efficiency. Regarding safety, the model is also well equipped. It brings the ADAS package with driving assistance, including collision warning, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control. This puts the Tiggo 5X Pro at a very competitive level within the category, especially when we look at the overall package. And since we talked about the competition, this is where the game gets serious. The Tiggo 5X Pro fights directly with models like the Jeep Renegade, Hyundai Creta, Volkswagen T-Cross, Chevrolet Tracker, and Nissan Kicks. Against the Renegade, it has the advantage in interior space and cost-benefit. Against the Creta, the contest is more balanced, but the Tiggo can win on the interior trim. Against the T-Cross and Tracker, the highlight is the level of equipment for the price. And against the Kicks, it delivers more performance and more technology. But it's also not perfect. The CVT transmission might still not please those who like a more sporty drive, and the resale value, although it has evolved a lot, is still not as strong as more traditional brands in Brazil. On the other hand, if you look at it rationally, the Tiggo 5X Pro delivers a lot. And this leads to a common doubt. Is it really worth paying extra for the Pro version? And before we close, there's a very important detail that could completely change your decision. A lot of people look at the Tiggo 5X and don't quite understand the difference between the versions, and here's the key point. The Tiggo 5X Sport and the Tiggo 5X Pro are the same in how they drive, but very different in what they deliver. Both use the exact same 1.5-liter TurboFlex engine, with practically the same power and torque. In other words, in practice, the performance is the same. But that's where the big difference comes. The Tiggo 5X Sport is the version most focused on cost-benefit. It already delivers a good package and handles daily life well, but it's simpler in technology and trim. The Tiggo 5X Pro is another level. Here you have a sunroof, a 360-degree camera, more refined trim, more comfort, and mainly the complete package of driving assistance with adaptive cruise control, automatic braking, and lane assist. And that changes the driving experience quite a bit. So remember this phrase: you don't pay more for the Pro to get more performance. You pay to get more technology, more comfort, and more safety. If the idea is to save money and still have a competent SUV, the Sport makes sense. But if you want a more complete car, more modern, and with a more premium feel, the Pro ends up being the more interesting choice. Now then, in the end, the decision is yours. So, would you have a 2027 Tiggo 5X Pro in your garage, or would you go with a competitor, or even the Sport? Comment below because I want to know your opinion.